do there. Oh.
Hello everybody, welcome to the High Speed Racing Network. This is the Velocity Racing League round 21 of the 2021 season from Road America. Going to be 38 laps here tonight. I'm your host Hayes Booth here with my broadcasting partner Jared Darling. We unfortunately could not make the broadcast last week, but we are back this weekend. I looked back and it was actually a pretty thrilling finish with, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I believe it was Howie Briss that took home the win last week. Yes, it was at Iowa. So, good job by Howie bringing home the win last week. But totally different track this week, a long road course. Jared, what are you expecting out of tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, yes, it's good to be back. It's been a little bit for me as well. But, yeah, here at Road America, what a crazy, fun, challenging place these drivers are going to have here tonight. This track, 4 miles in length here at Road America. Lots of elevation changes left and right. It takes over 2 minutes to get around this place, as you can see times and everything. But this track is super challenging, very technical. You're going to see, a lot of guys probably make mistakes here tonight. Just keeping that car on the racetrack, I think, is probably a lot of guys' goals. But then you got guys in here like Aaron Smith, Howie Briss, and on top of the board right now, Nick Nickerson, trying to win this race, and it's going to be fun to watch here. This is a very fun racetrack here up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you mentioned, Nick Nickerson, top of the board right now. I have not seen his name.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So I believe this could be his first start here tonight, unless he raced last week. I know for sure this is either his first or second start in the league. So, yeah, like I said, top of the board right now, pretty impressive with a was a 2:15.7. So a fairly good lap out of that number 42 machine. Second on the board, no surprise here, Aaron
Yep.
Smith. Always one of the fastest guys at road courses. Brett Gusick there in third. Howie Briss fourth. Tony Hilbrand's making a lap right now in fifth. So, a lot of these guys going to be looking to make strong runs here tonight.
Yeah, definitely been a big mixture of racetracks here lately. We were at Iowa last week, Daytona before that, Chicagoland. We got Michigan next week. Just really all kinds of different racetracks here in this part of the schedule, and nothing like Road America here tonight for sure. And I think we're gonna see if you guys put on a good show here for the win here tonight. Aaron Smith, always a guy like you said you got to watch out for, and we'll see if anybody can beat him here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We're just going to have to see if somebody can beat him. Nick Nickerson, we're going to have to watch out for him. Practice pace does not equal race pace. We all know that. But, it
Yep.
definitely can count when the time is right. So, definitely going to have to watch out for him here tonight.
Qualifying a little extended here today, obviously with the big racetrack, the warm-up lap. It takes so long to get around. Qualifying will be 10 minutes for all these guys to get 2 laps in here of qualifying. Like I said, over 2-minute lap times here, so it takes a little bit of time to get going and get your lap in. So we got a little bit of extended qualifying session here today for these boys.
Yep, like you said, 10 minutes, 2 laps for each driver to put in a time and get those cars the top of the board right now. Let's take a look here at the points heading into tonight. They're up on your screen. This is the top 10 in the points. We saw a few weeks ago James Miller was in second with a sizable gap between him and Quentin Warman, but with his performances over the past few races, he has been able to take that points lead. Not only take it, really build it up. He's got a 97-point lead to Quentin Warman, who's in second. Sean Williams there in third, 256 points back. In the points, almost the entire season, it's really been a battle between Quentin Warman and James Miller. And I think if we continue like this throughout the rest of the season, it could stay that way and be a fight for these two for the championship. Scott Shire there in second, 320 points back. Tony Hilbrand's rounding out the top 5, 352 back. And you see behind him Howie Briss, who's been really moving up recently, winning more races. Just not sure if he has the time to really get up there in the points. 435 back. Nicholas Lavelle, he's been consistent all season. 564 back. Daniel Mosteller there, 594 back. James Colabully, 630 back. And Aaron Smith, he's performed well in races, just hasn't been able to make all of them. 861 points back.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We've had a lot of drivers who just haven't been able to make all the starts this season. I mean, Howie Briss, we see him fast every week, but he's missed 4 races this year. So, I mean, that's why he's way back there. And then, you got the 2 up front, have been there all season. And Sean Williams, I want to make a note, too. He's definitely made some gains in the point standings. I know he was way more than 300 back at one point. Now he's got a cut underneath after a big win a couple weeks ago, too, at Daytona. So, Sean trying to inch his way maybe a little bit closer back to those top 2. As qualifying is now underway here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just going to have to see if Sean has time, maybe put himself up there, see if he can't give it a shot at this championship. Let's watch here Aaron Smith.
Yes.
He's going out to make his times.
And I tell you, if you don't know this racetrack at all, I mean, this is definitely, if you're going out here, it's a tough place, and you're going to be kind of lost probably in the broadcast of anybody watching if you don't know this racetrack. I mean, so many corners. I believe, how many? 14 turns here on this 4-mile road course. I mean, it's just, this place is massive. I've been here before. This place is huge, in the middle of a forest, honestly. So, I mean... yeah, but Aaron Smith that you see going down here, one of the fastest part of the racetracks right here, and then a hard braking zone right here, a right-hander.
Yeah, this really is not an easy track to drive. We were doing some practice because the Nork series is going to this track tomorrow night. Jared and I race in that series. We were doing some practice yesterday. I just got the track, and I just started practicing yesterday. It's not easy. It's really not.
No.
I think so far I'm like I want to say 3 to 5 seconds off the pace so far.
And then you see, look at this big elevation up a huge hill down this front stretch, coming to get the green flag here. Aaron Smith on his qualifying lap, and they'll reach really high speeds here down this front stretch. And again, another really hard braking zone going into turn 1 right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
170 miles an hour down to about 80. So I mean, that's just a big difference there.
Let's take a look here. Let's watch the dashboard of Aaron Smith. Take a look at him switching. Actually, let's also ride on board here with Aaron Smith, so we can kind of see what he's doing here. So you can take a look at his speed and his gears.
Yeah, and this is a part right here too. Another long backstretch going downhill and braking. This is a very, very tough spot. You see him take a wide entry there, going wide there, go for the corner, making that left-hander down to about 50 miles an hour or so from about 170. So, I mean, again, just really high speeds in this track, and then also very low speed in the corners. And now it's a very technical part here. A lot of left and right-handers, and then, a little straightaway here.
And this is a corner up here that I struggled with when I was practicing, because, it's really, with road courses, and I was taught this, what you need to do, and this is kind of a hard habit to get into, at least for me, you want to brake in a straight line before the corner, and then try to roll it through the center, which, at least for me, is hard to get into the habit of doing that, because you feel like you're going to miss the corner, so you want to brake more naturally, but that really it ends up helping your pace when you brake in the straight line and try to roll it through the corner and then get on the gas. And sometimes being a little bit on the gas through the middle of the corner can help maintain grip and pace as well. But that's the thing that it's one of those technical things about these road courses that you got to get into the habit of doing if you're going to be fast.
Tell you what, watching this lap right now by Aaron Smith, looks like a pretty smooth, clean lap. Coming to the final corner here, we go up this big hill. Coming to the start-finish line, looks pretty good, pretty good. Let's see if he can improve on his practice time here. But yeah, it looked like a really solid, clean lap there for the 70 machine.
Let's take a look at what this lap ends up being here. A 216.5.
Yeah.
Aaron Smith, and that so
maybe
far puts him top of the board.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe a half a second off of his practice time, but he's gonna looks like continue on it. Maybe run the second lap, see if he can improve his time. Waiting for Nick Nickerson to make a time as well, who was fastest in practice there.
So far, it's like Brett Gusick there, not top of the board, but second on the board with a 217.1. And yeah, like you said, we're gonna have to wait for Nick Nickerson to complete his lap to see where he ends up on the board here.
So far, yeah, so it's going to take a while for these guys to get a time, and about less than 5 minutes now left in qualifying. Got 5 guys that have made a time. Tony Hilbrand, Sean Williams also putting in a time here in qualifying.
Yeah, Howie Briss so far, his fastest lap, a 218.4. So we're going to have to watch out for him, see if he can't put in a better lap here. And then we got James Miller, who is running his first lap currently. Heading up here, coming up on the carousel. You got this sharp right-hander just before the carousel that you got to get through.
And I tell you, I think this might be one of the hardest parts of the racetrack here is keeping that car. It gets really, really light here, very loose,
right.
and you're constantly turning, playing with the throttle. You are nowhere near wide open until you get right about here, and then you're finally on the gas after that long turn that just seems like it never ends. And this is also another tricky part, the kink right here. Really high speed, but the car gets, again, very loose, very light there. You got to really have a good control of it. And then another hard braking zone here, which I believe they call this Canada Corner. So, oh, man, locks up the brakes a little bit there, yep.
Missed the apex of that corner, and doing that can really hurt your lap as well. But let's see what James Miller is able to do. Aaron Smith, his second lap, actually no, he went to pit road, so his second lap is still what he put in the first time. And
Maybe not as clean as he wants here for James Miller, but
and yeah, let's take a look here. James Miller coming up the hill to complete his first lap. This will put him P3 on the board, a 2:18.2. So he's going to try at it in his second lap. Nick Nickerson coming around here, getting close to completing his. Oh, I said it actually. I think Nick Nickerson might have had to reset.
Yeah, he's way down here on the back stretch. I don't know if this is his hot lap he's on right now, and you notice him do the same thing, kind of go wide there to make the turn. Ooh, clips the grass a little bit, but held onto it pretty nicely there.
Actually, that might have been his outlap that we were watching before.
Yeah.
So this should be his first lap, which if it is, he's only going to be able to complete one lap. Oh, we'll see what he can make of it, though. So far, let's take a look here. James Miller. Oh, James spun down there in, can't remember which turn that is, to be honest with you. Not sure how that happened. It looks like he just kind of missed the corner and spun the car out.
Tell you what, this lap here by Nick looks pretty good, pretty sporty. He's really getting through the corners, really aggressive, but hanging on to it. I mean, that looked really good there through the kink.
Oh, I hope that wasn't. Saw him clip the grass a little bit. Hopefully
yeah, it was close.
Hopefully that doesn't count as a as an off track for him.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's hitting his marks pretty well.
If he can complete it clean, it should be a good lap. So far, it definitely looks like a top 5 worthy lap for sure. There he goes, nice and smooth off the last turn.
Let's see if this goes to
Where
the
does
top.
this put him?
Oh,
Top
yeah.
of the board, a 2:16.1 out of Nick Nickerson with 20 seconds remaining in qualifying. And that will knock Aaron Smith off of the top. I think that's going to be it.
Tell you what, we're in for a good battle, I think, between these two guys. I mean, they're pretty close. So, but I mean, a lot of mistakes can happen here at this big old road course. So,
yeah, like I was saying, 38 laps here. So plenty of time for mistakes to be made, that's for sure. And that will conclude qualifying here. So now we will head to the starting grid here tonight from Road America. There it is up on your screen. Nick Nickerson, again, I believe in his first start on pole with a 2:16.1. Aaron Smith starting to his outside in second. Brett Gusick qualifies in third. James Miller fourth. And Howie Briss rounding out the top 5. Tony Hilbrands starting in 6th. Sean Williams 7th. James Colavalli there in 8th. Thomas Sewell, the last person to make a time, will start 9th. And Nicholas Lavelle will qualify in 10th.
11th, we got Tom Mercier here. Number 68, 12th is going to be Jeffrey Fisher. Marty Coolidge in 13th. Howie Detroit 14th. Scott Shire 15th. And our final two drivers here in the field, 17 cars. Keith Lay and Michael Keithley are running out your 17-car field.
And there you have it, folks. We are going to have a rolling start here to the green flag. 38 laps, which here at Road America, that's a long way. But, yeah, definitely a doable race. These drivers, will be able to get it done. Should be able to get it done with no issue. And we're just going to wait for the pace truck to start rolling here. And we are going to get this race going green.
And from what I'm hearing here, it's obviously at road courses and iRacing, we usually don't have any yellows here, but it looks like if there is a wreck that has 3 or more cars involved, they will throw the yellow, it looks like tonight. Our admins will. So
okay,
that'll be the only time a yellow will come out. You might see some guys go off track, spin out. We're going to stay green, though. That's usually what happens here with the road courses.
Yep. So that's going to be a thing that a lot of these guys have to try to avoid, and that's the thing with these road courses. Lap time is important with pace. You really got to focus on putting together good laps, consistent laps, if you want to be fast. So that's something that these drivers are going to have to really try hard with doing. And here we go. Cars are rolling. Coming around to the green flag. This is not a long pace lap, I don't think.
No,
Yeah,
the pace truck's going to pull off right here, Hayes.
Yep. Not a long pace lap at all. These drivers are going green right now, folks. 38 laps here from Road America, 17 drivers. Round 29 of the 2021 season for the Velocity Racing League is underway.
See a lot of guys really not close up with the field, just kind of hanging back in the back as they go make the charge down this front stretch into turn number 1.
Racing down to turn 1, a hard braking zone here. These guys gonna have to watch out. Watch out for each other.
Tell you what, got through there pretty nice and smooth. Still side by side for the lead.
Oh, we got one spinning back there. That is Marty Coolidge in the number 8 machine.
Oh, man.
So he's going to have to try to get that thing going. There he goes. Here on the back straightaway, Aaron Smith gets clear of Nick Nickerson for the lead. So they're going to head down to this heavy braking zone here.
Yeah, the first time through here when all the cars are bunched up, this is where it can get pretty tricky here. See how everybody hits their braking points. Looking pretty good so far. Pretty solid through there, everybody. Good job.
Nick Nickerson trying to get that ground back, see if he can't get back by Aaron Smith, hitting the curb there. Coming up to this heavy braking zone just before the carousel. And you see Brett Guzik able to stay in that third position ahead of James Miller.
Oh, we got one off in the kitty litter back there. Sean Williams going to make the pass. Looks like Jeffrey Fisher went a little bit too hard into that corner. Got into the sand trap there outside, but he kept it going, so he's back on track through this long carousel now.
Now, coming up to the kink, we'll see if these drivers are able to manage it. It's not hard to overdrive this corner. Looks like everybody's making it through fairly well.
Back behind these guys, Tony Hilbrands has a run on Howie Briss, making it side by side into this corner. Let's see if he can outbrake him.
Oh. Howie was able to defend it pretty well there on the outside.
Yeah, and he's going to have the line here, I think. Yep, Tony's not going to be able to hold it up there. Howie keeps that spot. Up ahead of these guys, James Miller moving into that third position.
Just ahead of them, Aaron Smith able to maintain the spot over Nick Nickerson, and he will come around to lead lap number 1.
Yes, and that was just one lap, everybody. Yeah. long laps here. I tell you what, James Miller might be a guy we have to watch here too tonight. I think he's won maybe 1 or 2 of the road course races earlier this year. Seems pretty good on the road races. So let's see if he can figure it out here with a couple laps of practice, if you will, here in this race, and maybe he can run down these two.
Now we're just going to have to see if he can do that. Not a terrible gap to the leaders right now. I just don't want to let him pull away too significantly here. Back here, Tony Hilbrands was able to get by Howie Briss for the 4th position.
Yep.
And let's take a look here. Tom Mercier started 11th, has made his way up to 8th. So far doing a good job making up spots.
Really, we got a battle for 3rd, battle for 4th. Oh, and James Miller goes around in turn 6, I believe that is.
Oh, he's going to lose several positions for that one.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Take a look here. Yeah, let's take a look at the replay, see if there was any contact there, if he just lost it going into the corner. Let's see if we can get a good view of this. See, he's got Brett Guzik right behind him.
Yeah, and he's just going to go into the corner, and I think he just kind of drives it a little bit too deep, gets the wheel hop in, and maybe when he downshifted there, it just spun. And that is so easy to do, Hayes. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I did that just trying to practice here yesterday like you were talking about. I mean, it's so easy to spin that car out, downshifting there in the slow part of the racetrack. That's kind of what happened there, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just really easy to do when you're downshifting. It's easy to wheel hop in a lot of these corners. He just loses, looks like 3-4 spots-ish. So luckily he's got plenty of time to make that ground back up. So we'll see if he's able to do that throughout the rest of this race. He falls back to the 5th position. Back up here, the gap has really not gotten much bigger or smaller between Nick Nickerson and Aaron Smith, about 0.6 of a second as they come back by. Yeah, that was just lap 2. Like 2 laps into this race, folks. That's
Yeah,
how big this track is.
yeah, that's how you just kind of watching the qualify and watching practice between these two drivers. And Aaron just seems like he might not have been be able to hit that fast lap, but I mean, look at that. You see Nick behind him sideways come off the corners. Aaron's just so smooth through all these corners on throttle, on braking. The car just looks so smooth. And then Nick kind of just seems he's fast, but man, that car is really all over the place. It looks like so. A little bit of difference of driving here through this track.
Yeah, for sure. And this is another thing. You got to make sure you don't, run your stuff too much. You don't want to be just driving it hard through every corner and run
See,
your
look
stuff
at that.
out.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
got on the brakes really hard, trying to not get into the back of Aaron there. Got loose, had to correct it, and now he loses some time. Aaron just so smooth out there on these road courses.
'Cause that's the thing. You don't want to. Like I was saying, you don't want to drive it too hard. You want to try to be as smooth as you can, like Aaron is, so that way, not only are you fast on the short run, but you can also have pace on the long run. Your tires aren't just worn out, and you've run your stuff completely dry. That's one thing you got to do at a track like this is just make sure you can conserve your stuff, keep your car clean, and just run consistent times and try to be smooth. And I think we had some trouble back here. Maybe I'm wrong. It was telling me something happened, but appears the track is clear here, and back here Tony Hilbrandt's coming up on Brett Guzik, looking to make a move.
Oh, Sean Williams just about lost it there. Made a nice save, but he was battling there with, I believe that was James Coulibaly, and got really, really sideways. Made a great save, though.
Let's take a look at that on the replay here. Oh yeah, I can already see what you're talking about here. Yeah, side by side with James Coulibaly through the carousel. Oh yeah, really easy to do that, but a good save out of Sean Williams.
I tell you what, Hayes, look at this little bad here. We got 4 cars really under a blanket here for this, what is this, about 7th position? Yeah, James Coulibaly, Nicholas Lavelle, Jeffrey Fisher, Sean Williams, all these guys battling for that 7th spot as they almost touched there going in that last corner.
Battling for, looks like 8th, actually 7th is Tom Mercier, who's made up another spot here. And in the top 7, Jeffrey Fisher started 12th and has made his way up to 8th now, getting by James Coulibaly.
Oh man, he's really getting close to that right front there. He's going to easily outbreak James there.
They make it work. Oh,
and then
Nicholas Lavelle goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, we see Nicholas really, really strong on the ovals, really all season long. He's been there, and it's definitely a big difference when you switch over to these road courses, turning right, turning left. You just got to practice this stuff. It's pretty difficult, and compared to his normal oval running, seems to be struggling just a little bit here today. But got 34 more laps to try to get better and get some more positions.
But yeah, that's the thing, with a lot of guys. A lot of guys can absolutely dominate the ovals and just, put down consistent laps, lead a lot of laps, win a lot of races, but they come to road courses and they just struggle. That's just how it is. Road courses are really just one of those things for a lot of racers. They just can't seem to quite figure it out. But then you got guys like Aaron Smith who come to every road course race, and right off the bat, they're a threat to win.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some people just have the talent for it, and others it's just a lot more difficult, and that's totally normal. But some guys just get it, and Aaron Smith definitely one of them. But also this 42 car that's here today, Nick Nickerson, he's just staying right there with Aaron, just putting the pressure on him. And that's the thing you could do here is that you just stalk a guy, you keep following him, maybe make him into a mistake. And that could be what he's trying to do. But like I said, Aaron's so smooth here. It's going to be hard for him to make a mistake. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you were saying, Nick Nickerson just staying right there with him.
Yep.
Not letting him drive away too much. Let's take a look here at James Miller making his way back up to 4th.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's fast.
Yeah, for sure. Now trying to run down Brett Guzik. And Tom Mercier here trying to see if he can catch up to Tony Hilbrandt's. Or not Tony Hilbrandt's. Why do I always get Tony Hilbrandt's and Howie Brisk confused?
I know, you do it every time, and I'm not really sure.
I don't know why I do that.
I'm not really sure how that happens.
Yeah, and this battle has spread out a little bit now with Lavelle, Coulibaly, Williams, and Fisher. Fisher has kind of driven away from Sean a little bit. But Sean maintaining good pace there in ninth. Now Nicholas Lavelle making a move here, getting past James Colaboli for that 10th position.
Oh, but now he's coming back on him. He had the position. Now James gets it back going into turn 2 here.
Oh, he's going to pull the crossover, get back to the inside of James.
Now it's going to be a drag race down this long straightaway here into the heavy braking zone, going downhill into turn 5. And we'll see who wins this battle. If anyone does.
Yeah, they could both lose. Oh, James backs off a little bit there. I tell you what, that was smart by James. You know, that's one of the corners that really it's risky when you try going side by side through that corner. So you know, smart, you know, awareness by James backing off there. But it looks like he's trying to come back at it.
Yep, same thing up front. About 0.7 of a second is the lead. Aaron Smith, Nick Nickerson, Brett Guzik in third. And James Miller trying to run him down there, but Tony Hillbrand's actually running some pretty quick lap times as well. Right behind James Miller there for that in that 5th position.
Yeah, he's actually maintaining good pace here. Tom Mercier still trying to run them down, but looks like Jeffrey Fisher's starting to run down Tom Mercier and Sean Williams.
Yeah.
So we could have a battle for 7th on our hands here in just a little bit.
And we saw Sean make that great save, almost spin out. Now he's trying to gain back that lost ground, and seems to be doing it, catching these 2 cars right in front of him.
Let's take a look here a little bit further back through the field. Scott Shire started 15th, has made his way up to 12th in that Gravedigger machine.
Yeah.
And ahead of him, we got James Colabelli kind of running by himself a little bit. Nicholas Lavelle starting to pull away. And Sean Williams closing in here on Jeffrey Fisher. Then a little further up ahead, Tony Hillbrandt's continuing to close here on James Miller.
Yeah, really putting the pressure on him now, actually closing in on James Miller. I thought maybe James Miller was pulling away, but Tony Hillbrandt seems to have the better speed right now. And actually, I think both of them, though, are catching 3rd just a little bit.
Does look like it here. Brett Guzik, and tell you what, Brett Guzik putting up a good run here.
Yes.
You know, he's one of the newer faces that we've seen coming into the league. Been here for several weeks, I'd say now. Nice to see him running here up inside the top 5, top 3. And seems to be doing it consistently here. And again, the gap has really not changed between Aaron Smith and Nick Nickerson.
No, they are definitely very evenly matched here. And it might come down to that, you know, 38 laps. We're going to have a couple pit stops in this race. It's going to come down to, you know, what lap do you pit? And get the tires and, you know, your in lap, your out lap. I mean, that's really important here.
Yeah, that, you know, one pit stop can determine, you know, can mean the difference between winning and losing. So,
yep.
And it could really mean the difference for these top 2, since they're really, seems like they're close to equal on pace. I mean, let's take a look. Aaron Smith's last lap was a 2:17.8. Nick's was a 2:18.0. Let's see what it is this time by. Aaron's last lap was a 2:18.6 to Nick's 2:18.3. So Nick was a little bit faster that time. So they're really running fairly close lap times. So it really, you know, with how close to equal pace that they have, you know, it could come down to pit stops.
Oh man, we just had Jeffrey Fisher retire from the race.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he had if you want to go back and look, he had a big hit coming out of the kink. Yeah.
Let's take a look at this here.
Yeah. Oh man, pretty massive hit actually. Just getting just barely clipping that grass coming out of the kink, and
oh wow. All right, let's take a look at it here. It's going into the kink, like I said, and we've mentioned, this is a tricky corner here. So let's see what happened to Jeffrey. And is it what I thought it was? Yep, just gets it in a little too hard. Gets the car a little off the track. Left side of the car clips the grass. Sends his car sideways, and with how narrow this part of the track is, straight into that wall. And then shoots back across. Already, this car is done.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh,
I
man.
mean,
Right into the barrier on the left side. Good Lord, that is hard hits there. Is that number 28 machine? Really unfortunate because he was, running fairly well, running up there, looking to battle for 7th. So it was looking to be a good day for Jeffrey Fisher, and not what he wanted here. His night will end early.
and yeah, man, like you said, was having a pretty solid run, really. I mean, that's a shame about a battle here for the James Miller, Howie Briss battling. This would be for 4th.
Oh, yep. There goes James. Looking to take a peek
And
to the inside. He backs off. Looking to get a run there. Oh, right there on the back bumper.
Wow. Oh, man, that's close right there. Putting a lot of pressure on Howie. Definitely see how much quicker he is. Let's see if he can make that move here in the final turn. Tough spot here.
Not quite. It looks like they're both wanting to be a little careful here. See if he can get a run here down the front straightaway. Alright, doesn't look like he's got the run to make something happen here. At least not in turn 1.
Let's make sure Howie doesn't overdrive it. Maybe just slightly gets pretty good there, but James got a nice run there.
Yeah,
He
he
might
did.
have the position here going into this turn.
He's going to try down here in turn 2. Let's see if he can get it. Oh man. He's
Now
able
it's
to
going to be a
maintain
drag
pace there on
race
the
down
inside.
this long
Yep.
straightaway.
So we'll see if James can clear him here before the next turn. Yes, he does.
I can't believe Howie just kind of said, all right, you can have it. Let you go here, and I'll try again in a few laps.
Back into the heavy braking zone here and back up here. See, I think the loneliest guy throughout most of this race has been Brett Gusick.
Having a great run in 3rd, but he's like, where's everybody at? Where's everybody at?
Yeah.
He's just all by himself out there.
Really, though.
But running a solid 3rd position. So,
right, I mean, hey, if you're lonely, that doesn't matter as long as you're running good. So, running solidly there in the 3rd position. Oh, right as we say that, it gets... Oh, hang on to it. Woo. Kind of Tokyo drifted there through the first half of... through the first half of the carousel. He's able to hang on
and that's
to it.
another place, too. I mean, if you just turn in, a little bit too much, or you saw how sideways that car gets there. I mean, that carousel, definitely, probably, in my opinion, the toughest part of this racetrack. And there's just, like, no grip to that whole area for some reason. And but made a good save there and continues on.
Yep, and see, 0.8 of a second, or 0.9 of a second, roughly. So, roughly the same for the leaders. Let's take a look at the lap times this time. Mine actually kind of looks like Nick has been a little bit slower. Oh, not that time though. Aaron Smith's last lap was a 2:19.5 to Nick's 2:19.2.
Oh man, look at him just drifting there through turn 1 there.
That was cool.
Yeah, these tires are wearing. They've slowed down about 3 seconds now.
Let's see.
Want to make
James
note,
Miller.
Sean Williams did make a pass on Tom about a lap or so ago, and Sean's up to 7th now, where he started.
And about trying to see here, it looks like roughly 7, 8 seconds ish behind. Actually, no. Is that right? Yeah, I guess about 8 seconds ish behind Tony Hilbrand's. Oh, Tom there. Turn 2 ran a little bit wide, had to hang on to that car. looks like Nick Nickerson kind of closing the gap a little bit to Aaron Smith. Let's take a look at the lap times between the two. See, it's kind of been back and forth past several laps. Lap 4, Nickerson was faster by about 13 one-thousandths. Or, that's what it looks like. And then, or actually, no, sorry. Like just over a tenth. And then, lap 5, he was slower by about 2.5 tenths. And you can see next lap slower, just over 2 tenths, or faster by just over 2 tenths.
Woo!
Lap 7.
Man, going wide there, getting in the grass a little bit. He's just driving as hard as he can, trying to keep up with Aaron here.
And let's see if Aaron is faster this time. Yeah, so it's really been back and forth
close
between these two.
Yep.
Lap 5, Aaron was faster. Lap 6, Nickerson was faster. Lap 7, Aaron was faster. Lap 8, Nickerson was faster. Last lap, Aaron was faster. It's really back and forth between these two.
Yep. You got these two separated by a second. Then you got the 04 Brett back there in third, almost 20 seconds behind there in third. James Miller actually gaining on Brett here for that third spot. Only about 3 seconds back of him now.
Yeah, you can see this is where Brett is, about kind of halfway down the back straightaway. And then this is where Aaron and Nickerson are, just getting close to the carousel. So yeah, James Miller really closing that gap to Brett Guzik, about 2.8 seconds now. Tony Hilbrand's trying to close in there on Howie Briss. And behind them, Sean Williams trying to close in on both of them.
He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, and then not Sean Williams, Nicholas Lavelle here closing in on Tom Mercier, looking for that 8th position.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how many laps or turns and these two up front, just how even they are.
Right. And they just lapped Keith Lay there in the 61 machine. And folks, just to let you know, everything that you just watched there was the first 10 laps of this race. I feel like that's something we got to bring up. You know, this is just, it's such a big racetrack, you know, and that was everything was just watched. That was just 10 laps right there. So we still got another 28 to go.
Yep, and I know that you know, like I said, it's only 10 laps over, but we're gonna be close to pit stops. These guys are gonna want to get some tires. They've fallen off about 4 seconds now. Just so much fall off. The tires are, and you see Nick is really sideways now, up here in second, just really hanging on, I think, for dear life on them tires. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see people making their pit stops here within the next, you know, 2 to 3 to 4 laps, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, Aaron's starting to pull away a little bit now.
Yeah.
From Nickerson, and you can see here James Miller's still trying to close on Brett Guzik. Tony Hilbrands was able to get by Howie Briss to get into that 5th position. Nicholas Lavelle was also able to get by Tom Mercier to get into 8th.
Yeah, and he really pulled away quickly there. Yeah, that gap up front now. Eh, probably about a second and a half, almost 2 seconds now. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like roughly 2 seconds. Well, 1.8 to be exact, between Aaron Smith and Nick Nickerson.
Oh man, he's gonna go really wide into the
Oh,
sand. There goes Nick, makes the save, but like I said, it's gonna be soon before these guys are coming in for some tires, I think.
yeah, for sure. And I bet you it's gonna feel
Oh,
great
he's
for
gonna
these
go
guys
way
to get
wide
into.
here.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, he is all over the place now.
yeah. I think Nick wants new tires on that car here soon.
And we'll see if he actually decides to bring it in, or yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
there
gonna
he
come in
is,
for
yeah.
sure. First pit stops here, lap 11 coming to lap 12. So that would be, you know, if you're splitting this, you're going to do 12, 24, and then try to go 14 laps on that last run. So that's what he's deciding to do here. Let's see if anybody else comes down. It looks like the front 2 or 3 going to stay out here.
Brett Gusick staying out there to get into second. James Miller staying out. Tony Hilbrand's, Howie Briss.
Yeah,
Sean
Nick
Williams
just killed
gonna
them
stay out there
tires.
as
I mean,
well.
now he's going to be running really fast. Him pitting this early, he has a really good chance to get in front of Aaron here, at least for a few laps. So yeah, it just depends on how long Aaron waits to come into pit road.
Yeah, we'll just see how long he's able to stay out for. Yeah, the second place Brett Gusick, 22 seconds behind. So that's really just shows how fast these two guys have been in just these first 11 laps to build up a gap that big.
And by the way, before the race, Hayes, I did get a message from Sean Williams, and he said it. Anytime in the middle of the race, feel free to pull him up and interview him and talk to him during the race.
Hey, let's do it.
So I think we wait till we make these pit stops, get some fresh tires on, and we'll bring Sean up here and see how he's doing
Let's
out
do it.
there.
I was actually thinking about that earlier. I was like, we ought to bring Sean up here.
Yeah, he
that's a
said
good
feel
idea.
free, so maybe in a couple laps after you get some fresh tires on that thing, car's a little bit easier to drive, we'll see how he's doing out there.
Heck yeah, always a good time having Sean in the booth. Speaking of Sean, running in 6th right now. And he's got Nick Nickerson right behind him on the fresh tires. Honestly, yeah, I think you're right. Nick might just be able to jump Aaron. Oh, if just depending on when Aaron pits. And he's gonna get right on by Sean here.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fresh tires, 4 seconds of fall off right there. He's just gonna fly right on by, and we'll see if Aaron is deciding to come. He stays out another lap actually, but I mean I feel like it's still gonna work out for him. You know, trying to split this evenly, and I think if I had to guess, you know, lap 13 coming to 14, he's gonna pit this next time by. That'd make it pretty even for the 2 runs that he'd want to do here.
Yeah, I would imagine, you know, that's probably what he's planning on doing. So, yeah, this time by is going to be 25 laps remaining. And we'll just see what Aaron does here. Nickerson running there in 6th. We'll see what kind of lap time he's able to put up here.
Yeah, Aaron ran a 2:20, and now we know Nick was passing Sean, kind of all over the place, getting used to the tires. But let's see, he's still.
Runs.
Oh, well, that was his out lap from his pit stop.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true.
gotta wait one more, I guess. So another half hour.
So, yeah, and you gotta wonder when these other guys plan on pitting too. So, because I think so far, yeah, it looks like Tom Mercier and Nick Nickerson are so far the only drivers to pit. Yeah, Nick. You remember last time we checked, the gap was about 45 seconds between Nick and Aaron. Now it's about just under 42.
Yep. Yeah, he's getting lots and lots of time for sure.
Yep, there goes Howie DeTrey into the pit lane. We'll see if Aaron plans on pitting this time by. You gotta wonder if he does pit, will Nick be able to jump him, and if so, by how much?
Yeah, I definitely think you'll see the 70 come in right here, I believe. Let's see.
Nope.
No, wow, you're gonna stay out again.
Yeah.
Okay, guess I'm wrong.
Man, Aaron's still staying out here.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how far these cars can go on fuel here, but maybe you can make this on one stop. But I think that'd be I don't know if that's really possible, but
I don't know if it is either.
yeah, Aaron ran a 225, 220.5. Let's see what Nick runs here after finally a fresh lap on fresh tires here. And I'm sure it's gonna be much quicker.
Just behind him, Keith Lay went off the track. Let's see what the lap is this time for Nick Nickerson.
Oh yeah.
216.4 to Aaron's 220.5, so 4 seconds faster.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely will have the lead once Aaron pits, but then it's going to be a matter of Aaron will probably run him right back down in a couple laps.
Right. Because, it's only been a few laps since Nick pitted, but those few laps can really, wear on your tires at this track. We'll just have to see what Aaron does this time, heading through the carousel.
And still, even on the mold tires, Aaron just looks so smooth still. I mean, pretty impressive.
See if he heads to pit road this time by. Coming to 24 laps to go. Coming up on a lap car that is Thomas Sewell. Tom Mercier in the pits. Let's see here. Alright, let's see what Aaron Smith does here.
Wow.
And still stays out.
Well, I don't know. Guess I was wrong.
Let's just not try to guess now.
Yeah. And by the way, we did have a change. Second place. James Miller got by the 0-4 here. So James definitely with the long run pace, running some good lap times after a spin early in the race. Up to second now.
Yeah, good job by James. And take a look here. Yeah, Nick Nickerson coming around. Let's see what kind of lap he puts in here. Aaron's last lap was a 2:20.2. Nick's was a 2:17.3. And we did have a problem here. I believe it was Scott Shire who I think spun.
Oh, went for a spin.
Let's take a look at what happened here. Yep, here it is.
Oh, yep.
I think he may have just yeah, wheel hop looks like maybe. Just lost it mid-corner. That was really all it was. Back up here, Aaron Smith, a 28-second lead back to James Miller. And about 34-second lead back to Nick Nickerson. Let's see if he heads to pit road this time. 23 laps remaining.
Kind of crazy. The 42 is already about to pass third and second, and they haven't even pitted yet. And he's already pitted for the 4 tires.
Alright, let's see what Aaron does this time. Is he going to head in?
No, so
Man,
they must be able to make it on one maybe one stop then. 'Cause
potentially.
19 halfway. So we're coming to lap 16 right here. If he can make it 3 more laps, it's a one-stop race there for Aaron.
That's true. I think that's probably what he's shooting for.
Really, the only closest battle on track is Tony Hilbrand's Howie Briss for 5th, coming out of the last turn here. Tony Hilbrand's trying to get by him there.
Yeah, let's see if Tony can get a run here down the front straightaway.
You see, trying to outbrake him, trying to force him wide into that corner. Maybe overshoot a little bit, but they both get through it really nicely. Howie Briss hangs on as they work their way into it's kind of funny. This is turn 2, it looks like, but according to the actual map, they call this turn 3, and that little curve and that straightaway is turn 2. I've never understood that.
Yeah.
And then this right here, they actually call it turn 4, where this bridge is. So
Yeah,
that's turn 4, and then
another
down
thing.
here at the end of the hill is turn 5. So.
Yeah, that's something we haven't really understood.
Oh, now this is going to be close here. Going downhill, downhill. Let's see if Howie... Oh, he might have went a little bit too much there. Here comes
yeah.
Tony with a run. Up the hill into another couple short, slow speed corners here. Good little battle here for this 5th spot. Ooh, man.
Tony right there.
Yeah, Tony
throwing
really,
it in.
and that was he was able to cut that thing pretty nice. Gets to the inside there, but now can he clear him here through the carousel, running that higher line? I think he will move Tony up into that 5th spot. You can just hear, not even on the gas at all, not until about right there.
Yep, gotta really manage the throttle there through the carousel. Let's take a look here. Back at Aaron. Aaron's still staying out.
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely
22
trying to go to
remaining.
19
Yeah.
then, for sure.
Which really, that's not going to be good for Nick because, he's closed in there, but just,
Yeah.
at this point, he should be able to get by Aaron, but he's going to lose that ground with the fresh tires that Aaron's going to end up having.
Yep. And now, actually, we saw James Miller make that pass for second, pull away. Now, Brett has caught back up to him now for this battle for second.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. He gets a good run going into turn 3 there. And now down this long straightaway here again, once again. The fresh tires of Nick Nickerson coming up behind him.
Yep, Nick Nickerson not far behind. See how quickly he's able to get by these two drivers and get into that second position.
I think another couple corners here. That 42 is going to go by both of these guys who still have to make a pit stop, but obviously Nick's going to have to make another pit stop as well since he's already made one. Can't make it the rest of the way on fuel for sure. We know that for the 42. So I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do, but we saw him. He was basically on ice on them old tires, and guess he had to pit.
Yeah,
Aaron Smith coming around here to these final corners once again.
Alright, let's see if he heads in this time. I imagine at this point, like you said, he's trying to get it to halfway.
Yeah, probably one more lap. Yep, there he goes.
Oh, and
This
Nick
battle for second heating up.
Nick was able to get by Brett Guzik, get into third.
And you can just see, I mean, how much quicker he is than every car around him. He's going to excuse me, be able to get by James Miller really easily here in this final corner. I'll be able to easily outbrake him here. On that outside, though, it's going to be tough. Ooh, he's sideways there on the outside of him. Coming up on a really slow car. Look out.
And he's going to get by James Miller for the second position. Oh, actually, James trying to fight him.
Yeah, honestly, really surprising that Nick hasn't just blown by him, to be honest. But obviously, he's already been out there for about 5 laps or so on his tires. So, oh man, James really threw it in there. He might overshoot the corner. Here he comes back to the inside. Think he'll have him this time. Yep, clear down that front straight, about that long straightaway. But now it's not done for third, right behind him now.
Yeah, looks like Brett Gusick trying to see if he can't make a move. Gonna try to get to the
Oh,
inside.
and he's gonna look.
Here.
He's gonna look to the inside. Not quite there though.
Behind these guys, we got Tony Hilbrands there in 5th way back. Let's see, he's, actually, a little bit of trouble ahead of him. Keith Lay off the track here again.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely struggling a little bit here tonight. Couple laps down there. Just trying to get around the racetrack. Do the best he can.
Yeah, Aaron Smith still has not pitted, so if I had to guess, he's probably going to go in this time.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely say so. Now, we'll be halfway when we get to the line here. 19 laps, halfway of 38, obviously. And now that 42 is going to have the lead, but I don't know how long it'll be for.
Yeah, because at this point, it's been enough laps, you know. Actually, it seems like Nick's tires are starting to kind of...
Yeah, his are already starting to go away.
Right.
Yeah.
His last lap was a 2:20.1 to Aaron's 2:20.9. So tires are really starting to wear now for Nick Nickerson. Now we got Howie Briss on pit road.
Yep.
Aaron Smith likely going to head in this time.
I think, yeah, we'll see basically everybody that hasn't pit yet, probably this lap or the following lap, will come in, get that. Oh, wow. Behind Sean Williams there. There's actually a battle there on Sean Williams, Nicholas Lavelle battling for 7th.
We got to remember, after Sean pits, we'll drive.
Oh, yeah, we'll get him up here, see how he's doing.
I was just thinking, I kind of want to try to scare him, see if I can, but I don't want him to.
We don't want to make him go off track.
that would be something.
Oh no. You pull him up here and he just goes flying into the tire barriers. That would not be good.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want any cuss words on this stream, so we don't want that to happen.
Alright, Aaron Smith coming through the final corner here. Let's see if he finally brings that car into pit road, gets some fresh tires. And yes,
yep,
he is. Here he comes.
Alright, so where's Nick Nickerson? He's heading through, it looks like it's the 3rd to last corner. Oh, and he actually runs wide here. Just like he did before he came to pit road.
Yeah, he's struggling, and he's only, about 6-7 laps on them tires when Aaron's just gone, 19.
Right.
So obviously
this
it's
is the halfway
kind
point.
of a struggle. Kind of a struggle here. And he looked so good at the beginning of this race too, and thought maybe he would be the guy.
Oh, he's heading to pit road again.
Wow.
Just gonna
I
go
guess
in and
he's
get it
just.
over with, I guess.
I think he's just honestly settling for second. Is what
I
he's
think
doing. I
you're
mean,
right. And there goes
he's like,
James Miller, Brett Gusick coming in as well.
yeah, everybody's coming in. Tony
Same for Tony
Hillbrands.
Hillbrands. All right, well, Nick Nickerson will not take the lead here.
Yeah, no, he will not. No, but they're gonna. It's gonna be a great battle for second.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Lavelle and Sean all. Yep, everybody's coming in. I guess 19's definitely the number for sure.
Yep. Just like you said. So there goes Sean Williams into the pits. And then once he exits, we'll drag him in.
Oh man. I think Aaron Smith could take a bathroom break and still have the lead of this race.
Alrighty, let's wait for for Sean to come off pit road, and we will get him up here.
And he's gonna be in a battle, I think, with Lavelle there. Yeah, coming
Alright.
coming off pit road here.
Let's get him up here. Let's get him up here while he's battling. That's a great idea. Sean,
Hello.
how
Well,
you doing?
welcome.
What's up, fellas?
Well, we want to know how's it been out there. Everyone seems to be kind of having fun, I guess.
You know what's? I love this track, so I'm having a good time. I think my races with Level here, but there's a good
Yeah.
battle going for the lead. They're on 2 different strategies now, so it's going to be neat to see how that
Well-
plays out between Aaron and Nick.
Well, I mean, you are now our in-race reporter, so welcome. But we do want to give you some information. For some reason, they were doing the 2 different strategies, but Nick decided to come in that lap with all you guys. So I think Aaron was just handed this win. So what do we got to do?
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know why he would do that.
Yeah, he pit on lap 19 with all you guys again, and he just pit 7 laps ago. So, yeah.
I don't know. That kind of makes me sad because I wanted to see how it was going to work out between those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, that's
Well-
kind
Maybe
of how
that
we
somebody,
were feeling.
huh?
So yeah, that's kind of how we were feeling.
Yeah, man, Nick, he had some serious speed, so it's nice to have somebody in here who can challenge Aaron. Finally.
Yeah, that first 10 laps, he was looking really, really good, and then just kind of went off track a couple times. He was killing his tires, and I think, yeah, he just kind of struggling now.
This track, my left rear there was a 75. It's like, I know y'all seen old Larry Mack with his cheese grater there going to the tire.
Well,
Oh yeah.
That's what it
might,
feels
might,
like.
might need to bring it out again here at Road
That's what it
America.
feels
Yeah. All right, Sean.
Oh,
Well, how you see.
just racing.
Yeah.
Jared, are you drunk right now?
No.
You're commentating at a road course. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, I just had to
I
come. I,
was
love
surprised,
hey,
too, that he could
we're
make it.
racing here tomorrow. I just wanted to, I'm gotta get
Oh, you're here for personal reasons. You just wanted to get a look at the track.
we're
things were
we're
going.
studying. We're learning.
Yeah, he usually
Yeah, I
doesn't.
got my notepad out. Don't you worry.
Yeah, he usually doesn't want to do the road courses with me, so I was surprised when he agreed to do this one.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you're there, Jared. Y'all make a good pair up there in the booth. I like
Well,
going back
I
and watching.
appreciate that. You make a great driver out there, Sean.
Oh, you're
Absolutely.
making me blush, man. I'm running off
Okay,
the track.
you're gonna go in the sand. I gotta stop. All right. Well, we thought we'd pull you up here for a little bit, see how it's going. So.
All right. Yeah, well,
Right.
I appreciate it. Hopefully they put on a good show for the lead up there.
Yep. Yeah, go get that 10 car so we can watch a battle.
I'm
Go get
trying.
him.
I'm gonna send him.
All right, we're gonna let you go.
All right,
All right,
bye.
thanks, Sean. Oh shoot!
Oh, wrong one. I got it. There you go.
Yeah, accidentally dragged him into the waiting room. It's always fun having Sean up here. 29.2 seconds. Gap between Aaron Smith and Nick Nickerson.
All right. Well, what? 17 laps to go. He's just gonna have to gain about, a second and a half a lap or so. I think it can be done. Or not.
As you can see, folks, we're professional commentators, but only when we want to be.
You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun with it too.
Yeah. 17 laps remaining here for Aaron Smith. Continuing to run good lap times. His last lap was a 2:16.5.
Yeah.
Nick
And
Nickerson,
how
let's see
about
what he
that?
runs.
That was what he ran in qualifying, so he's out there running a qualifying lap there that time. So
Right.
very impressive speed there for Aaron. Nick Nickerson in second coming across the line. Let's see what kind of speed he's running here. Wow.
Oh, 2:15.7.
Really fast lap time. Probably the fastest lap, I would say, of this race for sure. Right there by the 42 car. He's got such great short run pace. It's just hard to keep the tires underneath him, it seems, for him in this race. But yeah, I mean, we saw the beginning of this race, the first 10 laps, these two were separated by just a second the entire time, and now it's just kind of really falling into Aaron's hands for sure, unless a major mistake happens for Aaron here.
Yeah, I think you're right, and you know, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna take something major for Aaron to really choke this race, because he's good to the end now on
Yep.
on tires and fuel, and you know, we even saw those first 19 laps, he was still, you know, even the older tires, he was still running smooth laps and maintaining good pace. So I think unless something crazy happens, he's going to be in good position here. But I mean, hey, second place for Nick Nickerson in his first start, I believe, too. Definitely not a bad finish. A top 3 at any road course is definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, I believe I was looking at the point standings earlier. I think this is his first start of the season.
Yeah.
So pretty good debut here, and running pretty fast, giving Aaron a challenge for sure. At least for the beginning part of this race, he definitely was. And in qualifying, I mean, beat Aaron in qualifying. So
Yeah, absolutely. And then looking here at the schedule, next week we head to Michigan, which
now that'll be a good race.
definitely
That's a good
should
track.
be a fun race. A good track in just about really any car. Michigan is definitely a fun race to watch and a fun track to drive. 100 laps there next week, so that's definitely going to be a race that we gotta, definitely going to be an entertaining race next week. And then after that, we head to Indianapolis, which is a crown jewel event, 120 laps, the Brickyard 300.
Oh,
So
wow.
that is going to be a fun race to watch for sure. We got a lot of exciting races coming up, folks, here in the Velocity Racing League. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for upcoming races. 16 laps remaining here for Aaron Smith. He's got a roughly 29-second lead over Nick Nickerson, and he just lapped James Colaballi.
Yep, and that leaves just only 8 cars on the lead lap here, even at this big 4-mile racetrack. Still, just shows the difficulty and, the pace that Aaron Smith just has.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, the gap getting cut down a little bit. 28 seconds flat now. It can be done. It can be done, Jared.
Yeah. Pigs can fly too.
Like I said, we're totally professional when we want to be.
Yep. And this will be my last one. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man.
Let's take a look here. Tony Hilbrand's kind of running by himself right now. Same for Brett Guzik. About 2.5 seconds behind James Miller. Let's see here. Sean Williams trying to run down Nicholas Lavelle. He said he's gonna send him when he gets there, so we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on these two. And we gotta appreciate Sean for letting us drag him into the booth too.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of drivers would appreciate that.
And obviously and we know Sean, obviously a big streamer to himself. He's used to talking to the people and while he's racing and stuff. Now me, I'll be honest, like I know you do it too, Hayes, but I couldn't do it. Like I'm a person when I'm out there racing, like I can't really talk.
See,
and if I'm talking, it's usually I'm just complaining. So
see,
that's about it.
I only do it depending on the track. If it's a road course, I'm not gonna do any talking
Yeah.
or reading chat or anything like that. But if it's like a mile and a half, that's fairly easy, or like a plate track and I'm not
Yeah.
around any people, then yeah, I'll do it. But
Yep.
if it's a track that I really need to focus on, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, usually the plate tracks, that's about the only time where I'm actually like laughing, screaming, having a
Yeah.
good time. But yeah, here we race here tomorrow, Hayes, I know you and I do, and I know for sure I'll definitely be trying to focus.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for sure. I mean, I give Sean props for being able to race and do what he did there, and yeah, I mean, he said at the beginning he's pull me up if you get time or whatever. So that was really cool to get him up here while racing to talk with us a little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a cool thing for Sean to do. Coming to 14 to go now. Gap is now 27.9 seconds. So Nick is slightly cutting into that gap.
Yep.
But definitely not fast enough.
Yeah, instead of a huge amount back, he's only like a lot back now. So, oh, Scott Shire actually goes off track right in front of Nick Nickerson there. Gets back on track, maybe kicks a little sand onto the racetrack there, but yeah, Scott Shire running in 10th place, 1 lap down. Really cool paint scheme though. We saw Kevin Harvick run that a few weeks ago. I can't remember what track that was. Was it? It might have been. I don't know if it was Nashville or not. I could be wrong, but really cool paint scheme there for Scott. You know, Gravedigger, Monster Jam. So
Yeah, for sure. 14 laps remaining for Aaron Smith. Let's take a look at lap times here. His last lap was a 2:18.7. Nick Nickerson gonna have to wait on him to come around here to the start-finish line. We'll see what he's able to run.
yeah, we saw that gap. It was over 30 seconds, like you said, cutting it a little bit down to 27. But I do feel like as the tires wear down, let's see this time by. And actually, yeah, he lost about 6/10 there. So
2:19.2.
see if we got any battles heating up here on the racetrack. Really,
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye here on Sean Williams and Nicholas Lavelle.
yeah, we
Actually,
talked. He
Lavelle
was saying
kinda-
he's saying he's gonna go get him, but I hate to say it, Sean, but he's
Yeah.
kind of pulled away from you.
Sean, you kind of lost about 13 seconds.
That's not our fault.
Yeah, don't blame us. Not sure what happened to him either, because
Yeah,
he was like
it says his last lap was a 2:30, so
Ooh.
something obviously major had to happen there.
definitely happened.
Maybe going
yeah.
off track or a spin or something.
Sean, what are you doing, man? Actually, I kind of want to check this. I'm wondering if he and Nicholas Lavelle might have
Oh
made
no!
contact.
Oh no! I saw what happened to Sean. He crashed in the kink.
Did
Lap 23. Yep.
Let's take a look here.
Yeah, and it was kind of the same thing we saw with who was that? Jeffrey Fisher, just clipping the grass there, coming out of the kink, and man, once you hit that, it's obviously it's just hitting ice, really. I mean,
Yeah. Let's see if we can find it here. Just 1 second here, and I'll try to find it. Should be right around in here. Oh, yep. See it right here, heading into the kink. And yep, just runs a little wide, hits the grass, loses it. Oh, some damage on the left front. Definitely could have been worse. He could have done what Jeffrey Fisher had done and slammed into that barrier there, but he did hit it, just not too badly. So he'll be able to continue and keep that car going, which is good. Doing a good job at trying to make sure the car gets as least amount of damage as possible.
and maybe a battle for third starting to heat up just a little bit here. James Miller, and I hate to ask this right in the middle of the broadcast, but Brett, how do you say Brett's last name?
Guzik.
All right,
sure.
cool.
Again, professional. But yeah, actually, the gap between Nick Nick Nickerson and Aaron Smith has gone right back up to what it was before, 29 seconds. So Aaron saw that the gap was closing. He said nope, and he is
Yeah, now he's
pulling
really
right back
turning it up,
away.
and that's what we've seen really too. Is just as the laps go on, Aaron just doesn't really fall off as much. He's smooth,
Right.
very smooth with the wheel and braking and everything, and just continues to pull away. And I think he'll hang on to second though for sure, unless something major happens to him. But that battle for third might be the one we have to watch here.
Yeah, you might be right here. Coming up on Scott Shire. Actually, I just realized, I don't know how it took me this long to realize, but Quentin Warman could not make it tonight. So,
And James Miller took over the point lead. It looks like,
right.
over the last couple weeks. So really now it's just kind of falling into his hands here with another race. As Scott Shire, right in front of these guys
Oh.
racing for third, gets in the grass, way up high in the carousel.
Yeah, I tell you what, if James can maintain a top 5 here, that's really
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
increase his gap.
Yeah. But I tell you what, we said we go to Michigan next week, that kind of race in there. You're going to see a lot of drafting, a lot of pack racing there, a lot of 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide racing probably there. A lot can happen there. So, if Quentin decides to show up next week in Michigan, he can gain a lot of those points right back.
Absolutely. "12 laps remaining for Aaron Smith. 29.5 seconds now is the gap between the two. Tell you what, here, 12 laps to go. Why don't we have ourselves a little crank it up?
All right.
10 laps remaining. Aaron Smith has built his gap up to just under 32 seconds between him and Nick Nickerson. James Miller there was able to get by Brett Guzik. Or no, actually,
I was gonna say, I think Brett's running him down. Yeah.
Brett is running him down, actually.
Yeah.
Looking for that third position, looking to take it back.
I tell you what, it's going to be a battle here into turn 5. He's right at his bumper going down this long straight. Let's see if he can outbrake him here. This is for third podium spot right here.
And let's see if he can make this happen.
He might not be close enough to be able to do. He's going to look, though.
No, not quite.
Oh,
he does
man,
it
he
a little
really
hard. Oh, and he makes it stick, too.
Oh, gets in the grass just a little bit. James going to have the drive off there. Oh, well, yeah, just a little bit there. James still stays ahead. Oh, man, I thought he was going to get into the back of him there. Good battle here for that third spot. I believe the 0-4 is faster. But making that pass and outbraking him is one thing here. And you can see him charging into the corners there, getting the good runs there. James gets the drive off there through the carousel now. On these old tires, very treacherous here.
Tell you what, A for effort there.
Absolutely.
Sharp left-hander.
I think this is the battle we definitely got to watch here. Really, everybody else kind of spread out right now. Oh man, clips the curb there just a little bit, loses a little bit of time.
He's going to have to try to make a little bit of that ground back up here. Through these corners, coming to 9 laps to go.
They got a pretty good run there through that last corner. Let's see now. And James got a better drive off there, coming up the hill here. A little bit of draft here. Maybe the 0-4 can get a run here. Oh man, look at him out! Look at that! Really thrown in there.
Man,
oh, he's gonna get in the grass. Oh man,
Oh.
thought he was gonna get into James there. That was close.
Man, that was... He tried to
Tell you, he's really trying to dive into those corners, use the outbrake him and stuff. But I think he's overdriving it now, and really about took both of them out there in turn 1. That was a close call. Here we go into another really heavy braking zone. Let's see what he does this time.
See if he can make something happen here.
And I think he's far enough back to where he knows, like, okay, I can't really do anything there. Let's just get into the corner smooth.
A little bit sideways there. It looked like entering the corner. Back in, stepped out just a little bit.
I tell you what, something happened to Nick Nickerson because they have closed in on him for second. So we could have a 3-way battle for this second place.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something if we can see that? Yeah, they are really about.
Oh yeah,
2.5
Nick went off
seconds
track
behind him.
in turn 3, went out in the grass. And we've seen that all day just on old tires. He really just struggles to keep it underneath him. And right now, let's see if he can hang on for that second spot as we're running down in laps. Now 8 to go about.
Yep, Aaron Smith this time by. It'll take 8 laps to go.
Yeah, Aaron Smith, he's got his feet up on the dash. He's just chilling. Probably got a drink in there. He's just out for a Sunday cruise right now on a Monday night.
Oh, Brett Guzik.
I know. I keep seeing how he's trying to outbrake him into the corners. Done a great job. Really gains a lot of time on him entering the corners. And I think these two are going to catch that 42 car of Nick Nickerson. So I think we are going to have. And they always coming in pit road to get tires. Wow, a third pit stop for the 42 car.
Let me tell you,
and maybe he thinks with those fresh tires he can run these guys back down, but with only 8 laps to go now, Hayes, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen.
See that happening, to be honest. I mean,
I can see it. He's going to get back to 4th, but I don't see him getting back to where he was. But
Honestly, and it seemed like he was maintaining his gap too once he
Yeah.
got his car back going.
Well,
He's definitely
gonna
not going
take
to
another
catch
step.
Aaron.
Yeah, no. Aaron, like I said, Aaron, he's got a 45-second lead now on this battle for second now between these two.
It's going to be well over a minute too in his lead over Nick Nickerson. Well, if Brett Guzik can get back up to him, we could see a battle for second between these two. Unless Nick Nickerson is somehow able to run them down, which I really don't see that happening.
Let's kind of see where he came out here on these fresh tires. He's behind Howie Briss. Howie Briss is a minute and 19 seconds behind Aaron Smith. So yeah, he's got to gain a lot of time if he wants to get back to that second
For
spot.
sure. He is about 38.5 seconds behind second place James Miller.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's probably going to be about, we've seen it, the kind of lap times he runs at the beginning of runs. He's going to be about 4 to 5 seconds quicker a lap at the beginning here. So we'll have to see.
The thing is, it will fall off, and it
Oh,
will
yeah,
start to
it
even
definitely
out.
will.
That's the thing he's got to consider here. 0.8 of a second between Brett Guzik and James Miller. 7 laps to go now.
And really looking back at the, just kind of looking at the, all the races this year. Aaron Smith, he's won at Sebring this year. Won at Watkins Glen. So obviously, these are his specialty for sure. Yeah, two of his 3 wins at the road course. He's looking to get his 3rd road course win of the season here at Road America.
Yeah, and it's really, it's just a kind of a running joke, I guess you could say, in this group is, every time we're heading into a road course race, no matter what league it is, if Aaron's there, everybody's just like, all right, well, let's battle for second. Everybody just kind of expects Aaron to come out here and really lead these races for a good portion and win them. And he's not showing anything other than that tonight. Nick Nickerson gets by Howie Briss, gets inside the top 5. Oh, we may have a issue here for Scott Shire. I think he may have spun there.
He might have got close to, yeah. Yeah, and we saw him spin there earlier a few laps ago in the race, spinning in turn 5 once again.
Brett Guzik trying to close back in on James Miller.
Yeah, he's still right there. I think he's better than him. It's just, try not to get into the back of him and pass him clean, but he can't use all the racetrack that he wants to use going to the corners with him being right in front of him. So hard to make that pass here, even though there's plenty of opportunities to pass at this racetrack. Coming to 6 laps to go now. Getting down to it. It's going to be a good battle for second place.
For sure, we'll see if Brett can get a run here down the front straightaway. He's kind of peeking.
closing in, Nick is closing in on Tony Hillbrands pretty quickly to get 4th. And then it's a long ways to catch 3rd and 2nd. And I really don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of 3rd and 2nd, Brett Guzik gave it a shot there around the outside of James Miller. His car stepped out and he lost ground there.
Yeah, he definitely probably got some wheel hop there. Hard braking into there. Lost some time. Now let's see if he can gain that back and try to make another charge at him in these final 6 laps.
He definitely does have time to make that back up.
Yep.
Coming to 5 laps to go now for Aaron Smith. 47 seconds is the gap.
Oh, man. Sideways there through the carousel. Aaron Smith coming around to get the line. 5 laps to go now. Just complete domination for sure, like we've seen and talked about time and time again. Just doing a great job out there, so smooth with the wheel.
I just realized I'm pretty sure Aaron has led every lap in this race.
Yeah, because I mean we did see, you know, we saw Nick get the pole in this race, but Aaron took that lead right away in turn 1, outbrake him off into turn 3, took the lead and never looked back really.
Yep.
Oh man, Brett really sideways in turn 1, almost spins it, makes the save, but all that ground now that he kind of lost it there. It's gonna be tough to make that back up there in these final few laps, and it seemed like he was maybe quicker than James there, but seems to be going away from him here in the final stages.
Yep. Ooh, James Miller.
I was gonna say, as I say that, James Miller got really sideways there. Made a good save there.
Four laps remaining this time by.
I don't know, we can kind of maybe go through the field one more time, see everybody's running here. Got Aaron Smith obviously out front, then 47 seconds back we got James Miller there. You know, and James Miller's had a pretty good race today too. You know, obviously spun earlier in the race. Has made it up to second here. Maybe not the second fastest car here today, but as of right now, it looks like he's going to get that second spot if nothing else happens. And actually, Tony Hillbrands has gone around right before the carousel.
Oh.
He is side by side. He is spinning.
Oh, watch out, Noe. Oh, somebody else is off right behind him.
Scott Shire again.
Scott Shire.
Yeah, Tony Hillbrands loses a spot. They're going for that spin. He tried to save it a couple times, overcorrected, and for the spin there.
Let's take a look at that on the replay here.
Yeah, I think it really just, you know, these guys are on very old tires. They're sliding everywhere. The track temp is, let's see, and the track temp's 122 degrees, which we never mentioned. And we saw that he just goes for the spin. Howie Briss moves into the top 5 with that spin.
Yep, Howie Briss looking to keep up his streak of good runs here.
Yep.
Nick Nickerson there now just under 29 seconds behind James Miller.
Yep. And then we got Nicholas Lavelle there in 7th. Sean Williams said he was going to run him down and catch him when we talked to him earlier. Looks like it's got 10 seconds still to gain on him. We saw Sean Williams there running in 8th right now. Kind of had that mishap there in the kink. Got a few laps to go and got some damage, and still hanging on lead lap here in 8th place.
Yeah, doing a good job of it as well.
Our first car 1 lap down, James Coulibaly in the 9th spot. Just kind of been, making laps, completing all the laps, keeping the car on track. Really haven't seen him go for any spins or anything, I don't think. And going to get a top 10 still out of it here tonight. Now, another guy you can't really say, he's, Scott Shire still in the top 10, has had a couple spins here tonight, kind of struggling, but still running in 10 nonetheless. 1 lap down.
Yeah, a lot of these guys still managing to get top 10s out of this. This time by the start-finish line, 3 laps remaining for Aaron Smith.
Yep. It'd be kind of cool here. Maybe this lap here, Hayes, for a few corners, go on board in the cockpit with Aaron Smith. This final couple laps here, see how he's driving this racetrack. You just see like how smooth he's driving with the wheel and everything, and what it takes to get around Road America here.
Absolutely, it's right on board with Aaron Smith.
Hitting the curbs just right. You gotta be so careful on the throttle here, especially on these old tires. You gotta, like, there's an egg underneath it. You don't want to break it.
Right.
And then again, like I've said a couple times here tonight, the hardest part of the racetrack coming up, the carousel. You're just gonna see him waiting on that throttle, not even really in the gas at all. And it's a turn that just feels like it's never going to end. Then finally you get on the gas, coming out of the corner there, full speed to the kink. And then the sharp right-hander, a couple more turns here if we come to the last corner here and up the hill. One more time and you'll get 2 laps to go.
Ooh. Yep, and
that's a lap at Road America with Aaron Smith.
Pretty much, yeah. 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, James Miller now really has pulled away now. Kind of has that second place locked up here tonight.
You can see Nick Nickerson out 10.5 seconds behind Brett Guzik, and 23, just under 24 behind James Miller. Continuing to close, just doesn't have enough time.
Yep. Yeah, again, kind of interesting about that last pit stop he made there, but guess he thought it was necessary. And really, I know we're coming to the white flag here, but Howie Briss and Tony Hilbrands looks like they're going to have a battle for 5th. Tony has caught back up to Howie Briss, and they got 2 laps to go here on the line. Let's see if Tony has a shot to maybe get to Howie there and get that top 5.
Yeah, looking like he might. Out just under a second back.
And after Tony went for that spin, made that mistake, he wants to get that spot back. He knows he's earned it. He's got the speed for it. Let's see if he can do it here. Got a couple laps to go for him. But on the way other end of the track, Aaron Smith's coming through the final couple corners to get the white flag here at Road America. An absolutely dominating performance for sure.
Absolutely.
Once again. Actually a little sideways there in that final corner.
And coming around this time, up the hill, Aaron Smith gonna take the white flag. 1 lap remaining here at Road America. And about just under 2.5 minutes. And he will be, I believe, a four-time winner this season.
Yep, 4 wins, 3 on the road courses with the win tonight if he hangs on for one more lap. James Miller second, 50 seconds behind him. But there is that battle really quick, Hayes, for 5th. And actually, oh man, Tony gets really close to hitting Howie. They're battling hard for that final spot in the top 5.
And these guys haven't even taken the white flag yet.
No, they have not. They still got a whole little bit to go. And I think Tony's going to be able to get him. He's definitely faster. Ran Howie back down, but we see these cars completely sideways. And
James Miller just now coming by to take the white flag. Aaron Smith, 53-second gap here. Brett Guzik now coming around with a about 6-second gap, just under 6 seconds to Nick Nickerson.
Yeah, he should be able to hang on. If he can hang on for one more lap, get that final spot there in 3rd. Nick Nickerson, who probably had 2nd place pace tonight, just going to come a little bit short there from where he, that 2nd place run tonight.
And here comes Tony Hilbrands and Howie Briss.
Yep.
Coming across the line. They're going to have 1 lap to go, so Tony's got 1 lap here to get this top 5.
I think that's going to be a battle. We might have to Aaron's going to take the checkered flag here in a couple corners. We're going to have a whole battle for another minute and a half.
Yep. Let's take a look. See here into turn 1.
Yep.
Tony trying to close here on Howie Briss. Let's take a look here at Aaron Smith.
Yes.
Domination, led every single lap in this race. And he is going to pick up win number 4 on the season. And his 3rd on the road courses off of the final corner. And bringing it up the hill. Checkered flag is waving for Aaron Smith. He brings home the win here tonight from Road America.
There he goes, already burning it down, drifting around.
There you go.
Still got a while to go for 2nd and 3rd.
Aaron brings home the checkered flag. Let's take a look at this battle for 5th here. Howie Briss and Tony Hilbrand still trying at it. There's James Miller making his way through the last corners.
And Tony wants it so bad. He made that mistake right here in this part of the racetrack we're coming up on.
He's going to have a few more opportunities to make a move, but he's got to get there. He's got to put himself in position to make it.
Yep.
And here comes James Miller. Coming around through the last turn. And this 2nd place finish, in addition to the 97 points that he's already got, with Quentin Warman missing the race, this is really going to help him build up an even bigger gap to Quentin Warman. James Miller coming to the line to take the 2nd position.
Yeah, great job.
Brett Guzik coming around the final corner as well. Here comes Tony Hilbrands. He's going to have a shot here in the 3rd to last corner. He's going to have to go for it.
This is his spot
right
here.
He goes to the inside. Oh, and he almost gets into Howie. Man.
Oh, and he lifted there. He was so nice there. He could have used the bumper there, taking him out. And I think Howie Briss, now it's going to be enough gap to hang on to that top 5. Nick Nickerson coming up the hill to get 4th.
Tony's giving one more shot at it there.
Yep,
oh, man, he went for it. A for effort for Tony.
Yes.
And to complete the top 5, I always get him mixed up. Howie Briss coming to the line. He will take the last spot in the top 5. Tony Hilbrands brings it home in 6th. Now we'll do it. There goes Nicholas Lavelle, who will finish 7th. Sean Williams, 8th. Alrighty. And there's Aaron Smith. Alright, folks. Well, we are going to get your top 3 up here. First, we'll get a word in with Brett Guzik. And we will talk to James and then your winner. So let's get these guys here.
I think we can get Brett in here right now.
All right, let's get him up here.
And
Hey, Brett, it's Hayes in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Well, you really, you kind of looked like you were by yourself for a lot of the race, but you bring home a podium finish, man, at Road America. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. I made a few mistakes there during the middle part of the race, and that kind of cost me the second spot. But all in all, it was a pretty good race. I kind of just was hoping for a top 5 in this. I didn't know exactly how my pace would do throughout the race. I was trying to take it easy there in the beginning a little bit and just try not to wheel hop and end up in the wall or something silly. But it got me a few times, but all in all, good race.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, how would you say your car handled for you? Saw some guys, it looked like they were on ice skates there, like Nick, late in the run, just looked like his car was really loose and everything. But how would you say your car handled for you?
Yeah, it was really hard to do anything if your car wasn't going straight. If you basically had to be either not in the gas or not in the brakes for the car to turn. It was kind of like the front tires are carving and the rear tires are just kind of like slipping the whole time, especially the right rear tire going into some of the corners. But yeah, it turned into a really really loose car. Started wheel hopping there about midway through each run, and just went from there.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, you got anybody you want to thank here tonight?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank anybody who's watching, everybody who's watching on Sean Williams' stream, everybody who's participated and everybody who's adminning this and everybody who's watching. Thanks.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time, and we'll see you next week, man. Have a good night.
Yep, thanks.
All right, that was a word there with Brett Guzik, and does not look like James Miller is here, so we will not be able to get a word in with him. But we'll hand it over to Jared. We'll let you talk to the winner.
All right. Yes, that's obviously Aaron Smith with a dominating performance here tonight at Road America. Aaron Smith, your winner. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, obviously we come to these road courses, everybody expects you to win, everyone expects you to dominate. You did that tonight, but it wasn't easy at the beginning of the race. Nick Nickerson definitely gave you a run for your money that first run there, and then really after the pit stops, it kind of just fell to your favor. But just talk about the beginning of the race with him and his pace and your pace, and just the Road America racetrack and how your race was tonight.
Oh, we had a pretty solid race from the start. Nick was definitely putting on the pressure there for the first third of it, but unfortunately I had a little strategy issue and just came up a bit short. But until then, we had a really fun battle. I was having a lot of fun there.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely looked like a lot of fun. I was talking about this a lot watching you race tonight. Everybody just seemed to really be struggling with the rear grip coming out of the corners and the braking. You just seemed so smooth, really everywhere. I mean, was it as easy as you made it look here tonight?
It certainly takes a lot of practice, but sometimes you feel the need to put it down to first gear in the corners and get a better run off, but that kills the back tires. So I was keeping it in second for most of the lap. Only shifted down to first in about 2 corners.
All right, man. Well, one more thing. Obviously, we have road course this week. We go to Michigan next week. Completely different racetrack, high speed, kind of a lot of grouped up pack racing. How do you feel about going to Michigan next week?
I'm not too sure I'll be racing next week just yet, but if I do show up, it should be a pretty good race. I like Michigan. Tracks like that are pretty fun, so I'm looking forward to it if I do it.
All right, Aaron Smith picks up his 4th win of the season. Anybody you got to thank or shout out before we let you go here tonight?
Of course, I'd like to thank the folks at the VRL for putting this show on, the folks at the Satellite Racing Team for their support, and y'all for broadcasting. Looking forward to the next race I run.
All righty, that is Aaron Smith, your winner. Thank you for taking time to talk with us here tonight, and congrats once again on your win tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Hayes, and there you go.
Alrighty, that was your winner, Aaron Smith, here tonight, folks. 4th victory of the season, 3rd on the road courses here at Road America. And finally, we will run through your race results here tonight. And let's get them up on your screen. If we can get them up here. One moment. Give me just 1 second. There we go. Alright, so Aaron Smith brings home the win here tonight by 54 seconds. over James Miller, who brings home second, but that will be a strong gain in points for James Miller. He will really be able to build up that gap over Quentin Warman, especially with how late in the season that we are. I believe just 15 races left after this, if I'm correct. So really going to help James in the points. Brett Gusick brings home a podium finish, an impressive performance out of him. Nick Nickerson tried some strategy there, just didn't quite work, brings home fourth. Howie Briss rounding out the top 5. Tony Hilbrands couldn't quite get to him after that mistake. He will finish 6th. Nicholas Lavelle comes home 7th. Sean Williams tried getting to Nicholas, just couldn't quite do it. He will come home in 8th. James Colaboli, good performance for him, brings home 9th. And Scott Shire will round out the top 10.
Yep, then everybody here, the rest of your finishers to the 17-car field. Thomas Sewell, 11th. Keith Lay, 12th. Tom Mercier kind of called it quits early on, finishes in 13th. Howie DeTrey, 14th. Jeffrey Fisher had a pretty decent run going early, but then had that pretty hard crash come out of the kink there. Finishes 15th. Marty Coolidge there, 16th. And Michael Keithley rounding out your 17-car field. Didn't really make any laps tonight in the 17th position.
And that will do it for our broadcast tonight, folks. Thank you all so much for choosing the High Speed Racing Network as your form of sim racing entertainment here tonight. An entertaining race. This is becoming a road course that I really like. I've enjoyed practicing on this road course. Looking forward to the Nork Series racing here tomorrow. Yeah, folks, be sure to stay tuned. This time next Monday, 100 laps from the Michigan International Speedway. Definitely should be a fun race. Going to be some pack racing, some high speeds, and it's definitely going to be a fun rest of the season. Like I said, I believe 15 races left here in the season, and it should be an interesting fight for the championship between drivers like James Miller and Quentin Warman. And with that, folks, we are about to sign off here. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you all in the next race.